let you know.
Yeah, if you notice anything, just text me. I will be doing the play-by-play with Dan Isaac here, so.
Don't worry about responding then.
Okay.
All right, see you later.
See you, Joe. Okay. I do not on me. I think, isn't there one just hanging out, a green one?
Doing on his test.
Yeah.
Manning said that was a bugger. We'll start a little earlier so we get everything in.
Yeah, I'm going to quickly run to the bathrooms concession and then we'll apply at 24, 23, somewhere. move this one over another side I could do it. To get it out of the way.
Go down and when you come back up, or take it on your way down. That way you're not your hands full. And Aaron's up there.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. Hello, folks. We are about 22:54 away from tip-off O'Gorman Pierre. SoDak 16 basketball today. All right. The concession wasn't open. I was going down there, and so thankfully I brought a water from home, else I'd been out of luck. You are in 5, Dan. Okay. So are we the first game today for SoDak 16? Let's see, Washington plays at 3, Harrisburg 4. Well, I guess at 2 o'clock up in Rapid City Central and Aberdeen Central are playing. So us and the 8-9 game are the other games going on.
I got the times, everything for Rapid. They're starting at noon Mountain Time.
Yep. Do you want to, because I'm ready whenever you are.
Let's do it. So we get it done.
All right.
Check, 1, 2, 3, checks in the mail. Here we go. SoDak 16.
All right, let's do
Knights
this.
versus the Governors. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. La 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 la.
Stop.
La 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 la. A B C D E F G H I J K M L N O P.
12 seconds.
A B C D E F G 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. La 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 la. Me 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 me. La 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 la. Da da dum bum 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 bum. Do 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 do.
You're listening to a special presentation from the Real Presence Radio Network. On Real Presence Radio, welcome to the Knights Game Day Show, sponsored by First Premier Bank Premier Bank Card and Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal.
And good afternoon and welcome to Bishop O'Gorman High School here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. This afternoon it's the site of the SoDak 16 AA boys basketball matchup between the number 4 seed Sioux Falls O'Gorman Knights at 14-6 winners of 8 straight games, hosting the 13 seed Governors from Pierre. They are 7-12 on the year. The winner advancing to the state tournament in a couple of weeks out in Rapid City, and the loser of the season comes to a close. Again, I'm Dan Johnson, Real Presence Radio, along with Brett Byler, will be joining us shortly. O'Gorman is looking for their 7th straight trip to the state tournament, 13th and 16th season for Coach Derek Roby. Pierre is looking for their first state appearance since the 2016-17 season. These two teams are very familiar with each other. Excuse me. They played here last Saturday afternoon, right here on the same court, which was a regular season finale for both squads, with the O'Gorman winning 65-38. Now I'm going to bring in our play-by-play analyst this afternoon. Isaac Struck is doing his student duties and getting the education this afternoon, so he's unable to join us. So we're going to bring in Brett Byler, our producer extraordinaire. Brett, let's talk about that game last week with Pierre. They dominated that last Saturday from start to finish.
Yeah, Dan, and it all started with the big guys for O'Gorman. Eddie Myler, David Alpers, and Joe Lynch. Those 3 guys combined for 36 points and 22 rebounds. Cousin Eddie was outstanding, 19 points and 16 rebounds in that ball game. And just our size was the main reason for the win, and we out-rebounded Pierre. It was almost 3-1. It was 3-1, 48-17, with 20-4 offensive rebound advantage. So when you out-rebound a team 3-1, your big guys flourish. It's going to be hard to win, and that's what it was for Pierre last Saturday.
Okay, Pierre has a great coach, Terry Becker. He's been there a long time. What adjustments did he make this week after seeing what the Knights can do, what they did to Pierre last Saturday? What's he going to have to do to maybe try to squeak out a win here?
Well, I think, as Coach Roby will allude to as an interview in a little bit, is he's going to try a lot of different things. Obviously, when you lose the way they did last Saturday, you got to change some things up. What I think we'll see more is possibly some more zone defense in the half court from Pierre. I think O'Gorman's just a bad matchup for them, just because how size down low, especially O'Gorman is. It's not a really good matchup. You put one guy on Eddie, but who are you put on Alper? So I want to say they're going to hope that we'll take a lot of threes and possibly miss them. We were only 5 for 17 on threes. I think they'll live with that. that rather than us getting the ball inside. So I think we're going to see some more zone from them. I think they're going to try to press a little bit more, too, with those 1-2-2 press. Try a trap, try to create havoc defensively. And offensively, they got to do something to try to get Lincoln Keenhole some better looks. He's their leading scorer, about 19 a game. Ben Renshaw and company did a great job at him last week. He never did get into a rhythm, so I think we might see a lot of double screens, just stuff to try to get him involved more tonight.
In Gorman's 8-game win streak, there's been a common theme that's been fast starts and tremendous first quarters. The Knights have outscored their opponents 158-91 in the first quarter during this streak. How important to stay on track and get that jump out there in that first quarter again against Pierre?
Yeah, that's a plus 67 advantage, which is crazy in 8 games. So,
wow.
I mean, that's over 8 points advantage, on average. But anyway, I think it's very important, Dan, just because I think we're playing a team that's the underdog. You want to put doubt in their minds right away. They made the long trip up to Pierre. Their 2 best players are sophomores, so they're a little bit of a younger, experienced team. So if we can get out to one of those 10-2 runs or whatever it will be to start out the game, there's a little bit of doubt that goes into those Governors knowing what happened last Saturday. So I think that is critical just on a mindset-wise of us getting to a big start tonight. I think we're going to have a pretty big crowd here tonight as well.
No, we are this afternoon. There's home court fun factor. Gorman has won 7 straight home games. This is fabulous. How huge is that factor playing today, this afternoon, Brett?
I think it's really big, especially in a win-or-go-home game, Dan, where a lot of pressure could be put on the players by themselves. To be in a familiar gym that you practice in every day, to have your friends sitting there in the student section cheering you on. Your routine is similar to a normal game, sleeping at home, just going to the game instead of making the 3-hour bus trip. So I think playing in front of your students, 7 straight home wins for O'Gorman, I think it's going to be really a factor today. And they've all been blowouts too, Dan. Out of those games, 6 of them have been over 10-point wins at home. So the closest home game has been 8 points. So I think this will be a big advantage playing at home tonight for O'Gorman.
Okay, our series history against the Governors.
All right, this will be the 20th meeting. O'Gorman leads us 14-5, including 5 wins in a row. Pierre's last win was up in Pierre in the 15-16 season, that cold January Saturday afternoon, 59-56. And now it's time for our scoreboard update. Dan, what are the other boys AA SoDak 16 games today?
Well, there's 8 games total this afternoon. The other game that starts Mountain Time, 1 o'clock, is number 8, Rapid City Central is hosting Aberdeen Central. Tonight, number 1, Washington is home against Brookings. 5 o'clock, Roosevelt is home against Sioux Falls Lincoln. 5 o'clock, Brandon Valley is home against Stevens. 6 o'clock, the Mitchell Colonels are home against Watertown. 5 o'clock, the Yankton Bucks and Matt Moores are home against Douglas. And at 4 o'clock, Harrisburg is home against Spearfish. And that's the other 7 games going on. Again, SoDak 16, boys today. Winner goes advance to the state tournament on the 18th of March. Now, yesterday in AA girls, Washington top seed, they took over Brookings 63-30. Upset, number 9 took number 8. I don't know if you call it an upset, Brett, or not, but 8-9 kind of Rapid City Central took out the Huron Tigers 44-33. They'll take Washington game 1 in the state tournament. Harrisburg took on Sturgis Brown and they won. Stevens took on Pierre and the girls 49-31, so Harrisburg and Stevens will play in game 3. Of course, the Lady Knights won 58-20 over the Patriots. Mitchell 50-33 over Watertown, so will be the Gorman Lady Knights versus the Colonels Lady Mitchell on the second game at 2:45 next Thursday at the Pentagon. Aberdeen Central all over Spearfish, and Brandon Valley 62, Roosevelt 49, so we got Aberdeen, Brandon Valley. There are going to be some great games next week at the Pentagon.
Oh, absolutely. The girls bracket is stacked. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to that Aberdeen Central, Rapid City Central game. We'll keep you updated during our game how that 8-9 game will go. Thanks a lot, Dan. Coming up on the other side of the break, I talked to Pierre boys coach Terry Becker to find out what improvements his team needs to make tonight compared to last Saturday against O'Gorman, and that interview is next after the break.
At First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card, we believe the greatest investment we can make is in our customers and communities. Thanks to our industry-leading service, products, and tools, we're helping our customers reach their financial goals and achieve success. Through the generosity of our employees and leadership, we're able to support nearly 700 South Dakota organizations and nonprofits with our time, money, and resources. At Premier, we're always seeking ways to make an impact for good by investing in what matters most to you. It's the Premier way.
Here at Catholic Family Services, we believe counseling is for everyone. Catholic Family Services is here to help whether you are navigating a life transition, such as going to college or changing career paths, wanting to improve your communication skills, making plans for your future family, or wanting to understand mental health. If you would like more information or to set up an appointment with one of our trained professionals, call Catholic Family Services at 605-988-3775.
Welcome back to the First Premier Bank Card and Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal Nights Game Day show. I'm now joined by Pierre boys basketball coach Terry Becker. Coach, your team lost at O'Gorman in your final game of the regular season last Saturday, 65-38. The Knights in the ball game out-rebounded your team 48-17 with 20 offensive rebounds. How big a factor was that in the outcome of the game, Coach?
I think that was the biggest factor. You know, we look at the stats and watch some film and try to express some ideas to the kids on how we can play better this week in our matchup against the Knights. You know, that's just the number one thing that jumps out at us. I mean, we're getting out rebounded 3-1, and you know, we got to keep them off the glass, especially the post players. I thought they did a great job of crashing the offensive boards and giving the Knights second shots when the ball didn't go in from the perimeters. That's going to be the number one priority. We got to do a better job on the glass.
How hard a team coach is O'Gorman to guard? With Eddie Myler, he had 19 points, 16 rebounds on Saturday, and then David Alpers had a big game, but then they also have perimeter players that can knock down three-pointers as well.
Well, it's definitely a concern because they get good balance. You know, I mean, if you watch various games of the Knights throughout the season, you know, you'll have a post player that'll have a good game for them one night, and then you see their perimeter players, you know, will shoot it really well, and they've just got a really good mixture offensively that keeps you honest. And you know, those are the types of teams that you like to have as a coach, because yes, you have some people that you want to run the offense through a little bit more and give them extra touches, but knowing that you can put multiple players out there that can score for you on a given night, that's a good thing for you when you have it. But then, you know, if you're on the other side of that, that's always a concern, because if you try to over-prepare for one area, you know, then you're going to leave something else open. They can really hurt you in that other way as well.
Coach, looking back at that game on Saturday, your offense scored a season-low 38 points. You also had 38 points against Roosevelt. Offensively tonight, what is the biggest improvement you like to see compared to last Saturday?
I think we just need to get more productive possessions. I thought we wasted a good handful of possessions throughout the game where things weren't going well, and you know, our energy was low defensively, and then we get a little bit more anxious offensively because the Knights have scored on us a few times. Now we're trying to press and make something happen when it's not there. And you know, you also give the Knights credit for their defensive effort. You know, I thought they did a good job in our last matchup in terms of taking us out of things, and they made us a little bit more tentative. So, you know, we just need to be a little bit more aggressive and handle that type of thing a little bit better offensively. And, you know, if we can do that, then I think we can, you know, put a few more points on the board than 38, hopefully.
And finally, Coach, in O'Gorman's current 8-game winning streak, they've outscored their opponents 158-91 in the first quarters. How crucial will it be for your team tonight on the road not to let O'Gorman get out to a big lead early in the game and have to play catch up the rest of the way?
Well, I think it's really important, especially the way they score. If you're just going to try to outscore them the whole night, then I think you're going to be in trouble. You definitely have to, you know, slow them down a little bit on the offensive end, particularly, as you mentioned, in the first quarter, because they get off to good starts. They make things happen there. Once you get that confidence going offensively as a team in the first quarter, it's easier to ride that wave throughout the games. It'll be important for us to play solid defense and just make them work for shots. You know, I'd say you're going to shut down a team like O'Gorman that scores very well from all areas of the court is a big challenge, especially for a team like us. Can we do a good job of staying in position and contesting shots? Last week, I thought, you know, there were some possessions where I thought we defended pretty well. They just made some tough shots. That's going to happen in a game. You just got to make sure that the other possessions, you don't break down and give them easy ones, and then it starts to snowball on you.
Thank you so much, Coach Becker, for your time, and good luck to your boys tonight against Sioux Falls O'Gorman.
Okay, thank you.
We'd like to thank Coach Becker for his time. Don't go away. Brett Byler sits down with O'Gorman coach Derek Roby. That interview is next on the Knights Game Day Show. SoDak 16, O'Gorman versus Pierre. You're listening to O'Gorman Basketball on Real Presence Radio.
Hello, this is Mark Konzemius, President of the Catholic Community Foundation for Eastern South Dakota. Preparing for the end of life can be overwhelming, even scary. Yet as disciples of Christ, we live in great hope and the reality of God's promise that death is not the end, but a new beginning. The End of Life Planning Workbook for Catholics is now available. I encourage you to reach out to one of our Catholic Community Foundation offices or ccfesd.org. May God bless each of us on our journey to heaven.
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. They have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For more information, you can call 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com.
Being in business is not easy. Achieving profitability, doing what is right, and finding meaning are just a few of the challenges we face in today's workforce. The Catholic Men's Business Fraternity exists to help men in business be virtuous and integrated leaders. We do this by hosting monthly events that will help teach you how to take faith principles and turn them into business practices. To find out more about the Catholic Men's Business Fraternity, our events, or how to become a member, go to cmbfsf.org and begin to take your Sunday into Monday.
Welcome back to the Night's Game Day Show, brought to you by First Premier Bank Card, and Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal. I'm now joined by O'Gorman boys coach Derek Roby. Coach, we entered the SoDak 16 off a victory over Pierre, 65-38 on senior night at O'Gorman last Saturday afternoon, a game we were pretty much in control from the start to the finish. What were your biggest takeaways from your team's big victory over Pierre?
Well, I thought we defended well and we rebounded well again. You know, it was a team effort. We were enthused because it was kind of the last regular season home game. Our guys on the bench were really excited and they gave us spark. So I just thought it was a good overall team victory. I really did. I thought, everybody contributed and it was just a solid victory for us.
One of your big contributors was a senior, Eddie Myler, 19 points, 16 rebounds in that ball game. Alpers also had a really good game as well. Talk about your big men and in particular Eddie's game against Pierre.
Well, he really did step it up. I mean, he was grabbing everything that was coming his way, coming off the boards. We have the mentality that every shot is a pass to you, go get it. And I thought Eddie and David both did that. And then you bring in Joe Lynch and John Costello, and they were doing some good things defensively in the paint and trying to get rebounds. I was really pleased with that. Hopefully that continues today.
Coach, as you mentioned, our post-game show, just kind of how impressed you are with your team. You were 6-6 February 2nd, I believe, after the Harrisburg game. Get 8 straight wins to close the regular season. Was there a point in that 8-game stretch where you kind of, I don't know if it was the Mitchell game, watching game, one of those games where you kind of thought, boy, we're really starting to peak or play our best ball right now? Or is there a point where you kind of sticks out to you as an aha moment where everything started to kind of click for your boys?
Well, I think it would have had to have been that Mitchell-Washington week. We go to the Corn Palace on a Tuesday and what I thought was an upset victory. We just dominated them right from the tip. And then 2 days later we play at Washington, the makeup game. And there again, we were able to go to Washington and upset them, give them their very first loss of the year. So that particular week we went from, again, kind of trying to figure out who we were to people around the state going, holy cow, the Knights are back. So it was fun in that regards. But that was probably the moment all year that we just thought, we could be in the thick of things if we continue to play well.
Irony strikes, you play the same team we played last Saturday in the first round of SoDak 16 and the Pierre Governors. Obviously, they're coached very well by Terry Becker. Do you expect a lot of adjustments from them coming into this ball game?
Oh, I think so. No coach is just going to just show up and give you a game. They're trying to get a berth to the state tournament as well. So you're right. Terry does a great job. The Pierre Govs are scary. They go to the Corn Palace and win a few weeks ago and beat a very talented Mitchell group. So it's not like we got a cakewalk going into the tournament. We know we're going to have to focus in. We know we're going to have to be dialed in and just our total attention is to the Governors defensively. We're going to try to switch some things. Maybe just play a man up. We have to again play like we did last Saturday and dominate the boards. And their press could give us some issues again. But Pierre's going to come and they're going to try something. I mean, good grief. grief. They know what happened last week, and they're certainly not just going to show up today.
How important will our defense on Keenholz be tonight? Obviously basketball's a team defense, but Ben was on him quite a bit Saturday and felt like Lincoln just was never quite able to get into a rhythm.
Well, it's huge because if he goes, they go. We have to have the same energy level from Ben Renshaw, but you're right. He did a great job with them last weekend.
Finally, Coach, for us, particularly against Pierre, to make it to state for the 8th straight season, what does your boys need to do tonight?
Well, again, we have to defend, and then I think personally we have to take care of the ball within their defensive full court stuff. They're going to try to come out in that 1-2-2, I'm guessing. I know they did it last week, but they've been doing it all year, so they're not going to change that, I wouldn't think. And, we can't turn over the basketball, give them freebies the other end. I personally think we have to get them to play catch-up. We have to get them doubt themselves a little bit, and the longer they're in the game, the harder it's going to be for us to be victorious. So, keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully shots fall and our kids defend, and we're back to the state tournament.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck today.
Thank you much.
And we want to thank Coach Derek Roby for his time, as always.
Today's pregame coaches show of the Sioux Falls O'Gorman Knights has been brought to you by Canfield Business Interiors. Canfield Business Interiors provide products and designs for your workplace. For more information, you can find them online at canfieldco.com. Canfield, making space better. Now, Brett, keys of victory. What do they need to do to punch that ticket to the state tournament?
All right, Dan, I misspoke. It's 7. We're looking for 7 straight trips to the state tournament, not 8. I just gave us an extra one. So anyway, you need to get off to a good start. O'Gorman has led through the first quarter of each of their last 8 games in that 8-game winning streak, outscoring opponents 158-91 in those games. Eddie, David, and Joe Lynch need to control the paint. They combined for 36 points and 22 rebounds last Saturday. Make Lincoln Keenholz work for his points, had only 10 points in the game against O'Gorman last Saturday, which is 9 below his season average. Control the glass again, Dan. We out-rebounded them 3-1, 47-18 last Saturday. Need to do that again tonight. And finally, handle their press, their traps, all the pressures they're going to try with us. We did have 14 turnovers last Saturday. Need to limit those turnovers today.
Okay, your pick-to-click player, Brett. Who you going with?
I'm going to go with a young player tonight. I'm going to go with Matt Ang. I think he's going to get some open looks due to the attention paid to Eddie and David down low. Matt Ang, my player of the game pick.
I'm going with the big boys because I'm a big boy myself. I'm going with Eddie Myler, number 44, the senior, is my click-to-click player this afternoon. So this afternoon, Sioux Falls O'Gorman's Game Day Show has been brought to you by First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card. Premier is a proud sponsor of high school athletics and your O'Gorman Knights. First Premier Bank Card, investing in their communities.
Also tonight, Sioux Falls O'Gorman Knights Game Day Show has been brought to you by Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981. Has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. For more information, you can call 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com. Coming up next is a nice tip-off show with a priest prayer, starting lineups for both teams, and final thoughts. Don't go away, folks.
At First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card, we believe the greatest investment we can make is in our customers and communities. Thanks to our industry-leading service, products, and tools, we're helping our customers reach their financial goals and achieve success. Through the generosity of our employees and leadership, we're able to support nearly 700 South Dakota organizations and nonprofits with our time, money, and resources. At Premier, we're always seeking ways to make an impact for good by investing in what matters most to you. It's the Premier way.
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. They have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For more information, you can call 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com.
On the Real Presence Radio Network, O'Gorman Knights Basketball is on the air. Brought to you by
Catholic Family Services, Catholic Community Foundation of Eastern South Dakota, Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools, McGuire Iron, Sioux Equipment Company, Ferendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness, Canfield Business Interiors, the BB Agency Knights of Columbus Insurance, Barnett Lewis Funeral Home, Ide Bailey, First Premier Bank Card, Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street, Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, Crossroads Book and Music.
Tip-off to tonight's game is just moments away. With all the exciting action of O'Gorman Knights Basketball, let's go to the gym.
All right, thank you a lot. That was a national anthem. And now it's time for what we should do before every game, and that's take a moment of prayer. Father, take it away.
Hello, I'm Father Andy Thurn, your chaplain at Bishop O'Gorman High School. Let's begin in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the gift of life and the gift of this day. We praise you for the gifts and talents of all our student athletes. May their efforts praise and glorify you, and may they strive to live every day as saints, to run the race of life well, that they may win the imperishable crown of glory in heaven. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
And that was Father Andy Thuringer. He's a chaplain here at Bishop O'Gorman High School. And now, here's your starting lineups for the Gorman Knights, recorded. Their 14-6 record, recorded by themselves.
Cade Moffitt, number 3, 6'3", senior, guard.
Reese Arbias, number 15, 5'10", senior, guard.
David Opers, number 34, 6'6", junior, center.
Ben Renshaw, number 4, 5'11", senior, guard.
Eddie Myler, number 44, 6'6", senior, forward, center.
And that's your Gorman Knights starting lineups. Are coached by Derek Roby in his 16th year here. The Gorman, his record is 269 and 112 with 6 state titles. 511 career wins, 12 straight state tournament appearances in 15 seasons. And now let's look at the Knights' opponents this afternoon. The Pierre Governors come into game 7 and 12. Brett, who are they starting?
All right, they're starting Lincoln Keenholz, a 6'2" sophomore guard. Their leading scorer at 18.5 a game. Another guard, number 10, is Matthew Hansen, a junior, 6'1" junior. And then Bennett Dean, another senior, 6'2" guard, number 13. Number 24, a sophomore forward, Jackson Edmonds, 6'5", their second leading scorer. And finally, at center, Houston Lundy, a 6' senior, number 34. The Governors are coached by Terry Becker in his 17th season. He does have a state title in 12-13. He has made it to state 11 times. Previously, he coached at Del Rapids St. Mary's for 7 years. Pierre looking for their first state appearance of 16-17. O'Gorman looking for their 7th straight state appearance.
You know, I think it's going to be hard for Pierre to control the Elpers and Eddie inside again. They couldn't do it last week, and I don't know what they're going to change to do that today. So,
yeah, something definitely to look for. If you're watching the stream, the starting lineups are just going to announce as cousin Eddie Myler is being announced for O'Gorman.
The broadcast of these playoff games have been authorized by the special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the South Dakota High School Activity Association. We got to get that in, folks. So here we go. Tip-off. Elbers is at center court. And here's your play-by-play announcer this afternoon, Brett Byler.
Thank you, Dan. O'Gorman in the home white tops, white bottoms. Pierre in the green tops, green bottoms. The stream is on YouTube, Real Presence Radio Sioux Falls. I want to welcome all our Pierre viewers and listeners right now as well. Here is David Alpers and Edmond on the tip, controlled by cousin Eddie, and the Knights have the ball, first possession. SoDak 16's underway. Reese Arbogast with it, and Reese loses it. Loose ball, and we have a tie-up. And the possession arrow favors the Governors, so O'Gorman with a turnover on their first possession. You can listen on 94.5 in Sioux Falls, 91.3 in Hartford, online at yourcatholicradiostation.com, on our free mobile app, as well as the YouTube stream. Here is Pierre with their first possession. Keenholz guarded by Renshaw to Edmond. Back to Keenholz. And that was a tough pass. Ball out of bounds to the Knights. So both teams back-to-back turnovers, and we do got, let's see, we have a change in the starting lineup for Pierre. It's James Mikkonen, the 6'6" senior center, is in instead of the guard Matthew Hansen. So apologize about that.
A little bit of size inside,
which makes sense with O'Gorman having 6'6" Alpers and 6'6" Myler in their starting lineup. Pierre in a matchup, looks kind of like almost like a matchup zone right now, and that ball is tipped out of bounds.
Well, if I had number 50 James, I'd want him on my front line as my tackle.
He's got some size, that's for sure.
He's going to have his work cut out with Eddie.
So Knights moving around the circle with 15 on the shot clock. Here is Renshaw to Reese, down to Eddie. Back to Moffitt, who was almost out of bounds. He's going to dribble in and float it up and score it. So the Knights are on the board as Cade Moffitt with the floater scores. Keenholz for 3 is short, and Eddie Byler is all over that rebound. Here comes Arbogast pushing the pace for the Knights. Good defense by Lundy that time. Here is Moffitt for 3. No good. Fight for the rebound between Alpers and Edmond. And Alpers hits it, or excuse me, Edmond hits it off Alpers' leg. It'll be Pierre ball.
A little intensity on both teams here this afternoon, Brett.
Yeah, that's the thing for Pierre. They need to try to keep Alpers and Myler off the offensive rebounds. That'll be a key for them tonight.
And then we talk about that first quarter, so Pierre wants to make sure that O'Gorman doesn't jump out in that first quarter. So they're going to play a little bit tighter here. Some good defense.
And Reese Arbogast takes the charge as Keenholz drove in, and a great job by Reese setting his feet and taking the brunt of that one.
And Reese is good for that.
Oh, yeah.
I just love that. Reese knows when it's coming, and he plants himself, and he takes the charge for the team.
That's great help side defense, too, because a terrific screen freed up Keenholz from Renshaw, and then Reese has slipped in and got the position for the charge, and that's the first foul on Keenholz. So good defense by Dean up top on Arbogast. Here is Moffitt driving baseline. Arbogast for 3, no good. Moffitt has the offensive rebound. He's going to go up, and he is going to score it. And the foul.
And 1, yes.
I think it was on Jackson Edmond, the foul. And Cade Moffitt has the first 4 points of this game.
Crowd's getting into this, Brett.
Moffitt is 68% free throw shooter on the year. Free throw is up and good. So we wanted to say for O'Gorman get off to a good start. Well, they're 5-0, 2 minutes in the ball game. We'll see if the Govs can answer here. Keenholz to Edmond. Knights in that man defense. Back to Keenholz, who has now Arbogast on him. On the switch, here is Mikkonen. Over to Lundy. Back out to Keenholz. Kind of a clear out, looks like.
10 on the clock.
Now Edmond squares up Alpers. The lefty Edmond goes all the way in, and he is going to be fouled, it looks like, by, I would say, Alpers.
Correct.
So good patience by Pierre. They didn't really get anything going to about 10 seconds in the shot clock, and Jackson Edmond to the free throw line. His first one is off. He's about a 59% free throw shooter on the year. One more for Edmond.
Actually, Pierre's pretty good from the line. Of the starting 5, 4 of them are over 65%.
So Pierre is on the board as Edmond makes 1 of 2. Here comes the Knights. Not much pressure for Pierre that time. Here's Renshaw for a 3. Had the open shot. He will dribble one step to his left and miss. Alpers with another offensive rebound, and it'll be back out to O'Gorman. Moffitt with a baseline fadeaway. Not a very high percentage shot there, and here comes Pierre. Keenholz over to Edmond. Back to Keenholz over to Bennett Dean. Dean rises up over Arbogast, in and out. And Eddie Myler climbing the ladder for that rebound.
Wow.
And Renshaw stepped out of bounds. So we got some subs in, Dan.
Here comes Matt Ing and also Joe Lynch in now. Alpers and Arbogast going to get a breather here. 4:51, Knights up 5-1. Oh, here comes Michael Shea in. 3 subs in. Renshaw's going to go out 5-1. 4:51 to go in the first quarter in the SoDak 16. The winner goes to the state AA tournament.
And so far, Pierre is hanging in there. It's 5-1. They haven't made a field goal yet, though. We're over 3 minutes in. Trying to change that this possession with the ball. In the corner is Bennett Dean.
Good defense by the Knights. Both teams have stepped up their defense from last week.
And Matthew Hansen, who started last Saturday, the 6'3 junior guard, is in the game as well for Pierre. Also in the game is Denton Beck, a 6'4 senior forward. So both teams have gone to their bench twice now, and there's 10 seconds to the shot clock. Keenholz for a three, no good, and Michael Shea fouls him on a three-point attempt, which you never want to foul a jump shooter.
Come on.
So Keenholz to the free throw line, and especially someone like him who can see the ball go in on a couple of free throws, that can really give a player confidence. So
about 74% from the line.
So, and that was a fadeaway three, so that's not a good decision by Shea there. Here is Keenholz misses the first free throw.
He gets three from the charity stripe here.
5-1, 4:20 left in the first quarter. Kind of like the girls' game last night for O'Gorman against Lincoln, as Keenholz makes the second one. Not much scoring in the first 4 minutes of that game either.
That's kind of scared me.
So here is the third free throw attempt for Mr. Keenholz, and he makes it. So he makes 2 out of 3. It's now 5-3, and now Pierre can set up their press.
Here they are.
Ing to Shea to Lynch, and a dangerous pass by Joe Lynch, and that's stolen by Beck. Oh, and Eddie almost stole it right back, and it'll be Pierre ball. Beck did something you never want to do, is throw it backwards in front of your own hoop, and Eddie was just kind of hanging out there, almost stole it.
But it was a little,
So Pierre gets the press on that possession, does force a turnover, so that's something to look at. If Pierre makes a basket, they're going to do that 1-2-2 press. Here is Hansen with it. Over to Bennett Dean, who led him with 12 points last Saturday in scoring, guarded by Matt Ing. Here is Edmond against Joe Lynch. Hansen, good defense. Again, like over 5 seconds stand on the shot clock. Here is Edmond.
He traveled.
And
there was like 2 seconds on the shot clock, and he wasn't going to get it off. So, O'Gorman ball.
Good defense by Joe Lynch and the whole team that time.
Here comes the three back in. Okay, Eddie's going to go out. Renshaw's going to go out. And Shea.
So here is Moffitt against the press. Goes to Alpers in the corner, back to Cade. So Eng, Arbogast, and Moffitt in the backcourt with Lynch and Alpers in the front court. A lot of dribbling by Moffitt. Over to Arbogast. 2-3 zone for Pierre. Here's Matt Eng, is short, gets his own rebound. He'll go in and miss the 15-footer, and back with the rebound. O'Gorman kind of cold to start the game shooting. Coach Roby's always says, so what can we do if we're not making our shots? And we'll find that out shortly. Here is Keenholz down low to Edmond, guarded by Lynch. Good defense by Joe. Here is Keenholz in the corner, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Matt Ing has it.
They bring it up in transition.
So the sophomore Ing, no hesitation, in and out on the three.
Oh. He's 0 for 2.
That's one of those shots. That's one of those shots as a coach. You're okay if it goes in. If it doesn't, it's a really bad shot because it's early in the shot clock and your boys aren't even down there for rebound position either. There's a foul on O'Gorman. So Ing, who's 0 for 3 to start out with, will pick up the foul. Myler coming in for Joe Lynch.
13 foul for the Knights.
Lundy back in for Pierre.
5-3, 2:29 in the first. Renshaw's now in for Ing.
And in for Pierre is Jacob Meyer, a 5'11 sophomore.
Starting 5 for the Knights in.
So Hansen in the corner, guarded by Renshaw. Good defense by Ben. And Meyer just fumbled a pass, and it's going to be a tie-up. It'll be O'Gorman ball. So we could either say this has been a very good defensive quarter or not a very good offensive quarter. I think it's a little bit of both for both teams right now. A little bit of a struggle on the offensive end. Here's the Knights breaking the press to Moffitt, to Myler, baseline. Eddie drives in and scores it. Eddie Myler took it from the baseline, drove all the way to the hoop, and had the layup. That is Myler's first points of the game. Here is Hansen down low to Beck. And what do we got, Dan?
Gorman ball.
So a turnover by Pierre on back-to-back possessions.
7-3, under 2 minutes in the first.
As Coach Becker told me the other day when I interviewed him, is the first game there's some unproductive possessions, and we've seen that without getting shots with these turnovers by Pierre. Moffitt to Myler, baseline is hard double team by Pierre that time. Arbogast will pull it back out, almost a turnover. Now it is a turnover.
Oh, they're getting a little sloppy.
So turnover number 3 for O'Gorman in the first quarter. 7-3, a minute 46 left here in the first quarter. SoDak 16. It's the winner go home game. So winner advances to the state tournament in Rapid City. There is Keenholz, air balls a 3. So he's 0 for 3. Reese Arbogast gets the rebound. Moffitt doing some fancy dribbling, baseline, scores it. So Moffitt,
7 of the 9
yeah,
points.
I say, yep, 7 of the 9 for O'Gorman, with Eddie being the other 2.
Good D by Renshaw on that.
Hansen over to Meyer. Gets a nice screen by Lundy, who shoots the 3. A high arcing 3 is no good, and Renshaw climbing the ladder with the rebound. Here comes Ben pushing it. Crosses over to the 3-point line. Thought about the 3, will pull it back out. We have double posts with Alpers and Myler down low. O'Gorman, there'll be about a 20-second differential shot and game clock. 38 seconds left here in the first quarter. Alpers hounded by Lundy, looking for help. And that's a dangerous pass stolen by Hansen, and he'll go in and miss the dunk.
He misses it.
He missed the jam, and it'll be O'Gorman now with possession.
They need to execute on this. 18 seconds left in the quarter.
Boy, that's a momentum changer there.
Yes.
If you could have got that dunk in, it had been 9-5. The Pierre crowd had been into it, and he misses it. So O'Gorman now with 8. Here's Arbogast for 3 is good.
That's how you do it, baby.
Reese Arbogast, and then Renshaw with not a smart foul that time, and he got Keenholz with 1.5 seconds left.
12-3, 1.5 is right.
And Keenholz is limping around. He kind of got a hip pointer or what that is.
Yeah,
but
he's limping a little bit. I hope he's a good athlete.
Wild pass that time by Lundy, and that's now the first quarter is going to end for Pierre. So as Coach Becker is having a chat with Hansen as he walks off for the missed dunk. So after the first quarter, it's O'Gorman 12, Pierre 3, and the SoDak 16. We're going to take a break. We'll come back for the start of the second quarter.
Ferendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness is a third-generation chiropractic practice focusing on inspiring patients to take control of their personal health and the health of their families. Dr. Eric Ferendorf, a 1999 O'Gorman alum, is a proud third-generation O'Gorman Cathedral High School graduate following in the footsteps of his grandfather and uncle, and is excited to welcome his wife Larissa to the practice. Ferendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness is located on the northwest corner of 49th Street and Southeastern Avenue, 605-334-8000.
Hi, I'm Larry Canfield with Canfield Business Interiors. I've often been asked what differentiates Canfield Business Interiors from other companies. It's our knowledge, expertise, and over 100 years of combined experience. It's how we use our in-house design capabilities to enhance your workspace. To us, it's not just a transaction. It's about our satisfaction guaranteed philosophy that seeks a positive outcome for all. The reason we are in business is to make your space better. We get results, just like those Knights. Go Knights!
Hey, welcome back here. Start of the second quarter, 12-3. Hey, little update. If you remember a couple names from O'Gorman, Katie Messer and Ashley Bacon and the rest of the Black Hills State University women's basketball team. They're playing in a conference championship tonight out in Colorado. This is the third time in history they've made the championship game. So hats off to Katie and Ashley, O'Gorman alumni, and good luck to them, the Yellow Jackets out in Colorado tonight.
Down low is Mikkonen, who misses the easy bunny. Ashley Beacon was a member of the 2017 state title team for the O'Gorman girls up in that magical St. Patty's Day night in Rapid City in 2017, where the girls and boys both won the state tournament on the same night. Here is Myler down low with the basket. The Knights now have pushed the lead up to 11.
You talk about two good ball players there, alumni for O'Gorman, those two right there.
So Eddie now has 4.
14-3.
Here is Edmond for 3, and finally Pierre gets a little offense going. Now they're going to get into that 1-2-2 press, and it's hard to press, Dan, when you can't make a basket to set up the press.
Correct.
And that's what's happened to Pierre so far. So here's Arbogast with it, who made a big three at the end of the first quarter. Alper's baseline. Over to Moffitt for a three, no good. Alper's offensive rebound, he is fouled. He never stops working down low, does David Alpers.
No, that young man never gives up.
So Alpers to the line. Foul is on Edmond, which is a big deal because that's his second. And Edmond was in foul trouble the first time these two teams played, as Alpers barely hits the rim, on the first free throw. Joe Lynch will be coming in for Alpers if he makes the free throw.
Ings in for Reese.
And Alpers does make the second, and Joe Lynch will come in for him. Knights do have 4 team fouls, and that Pierre foul on Edmond, they have 3 team fouls.
Renshaw, Ing, Lynch, Myler, Moffitt in for the Knights. 15-6, 6:42 in the second. Knights on top.
Keenholz to Edmond. I have a clear out for him against Lynch. His shot is up and good. So the lefty, Jackson Edmond, has the last 5 points for Pierre. And now they're going to push out that zone defense a little bit. Matt Ing over to Renshaw, top of the key. Ben's three looks good. It is good. Ben Renshaw, terrific three-point shooter, hits his first basket of the game.
18-8, Knights up by 10.
Keenholz, good defense by Renshaw.
Oh, Eddie on that one too. Here it is, watch.
Lynch misses the layup, and Eddie with the offensive rebound.
I thought maybe he got fouled.
So the pace has picked up, and Eddie goes down. Here comes Meyer with it, and Renshaw tries to save it, but Mikkonen has it for Pierre. Keenholz.
And Renshaw's all over this court.
And Eddie steals it from Mikkonen, but Keenholz steals it from Eddie. It's helter-skelter here at O'Gorman. Here is Edmond, scores it. And Coach Becker is going to call a 30-second timeout, and we're going to keep it right here with the Knights leading 18-10.
If you got a math question for you, when you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. High school sports, they have this down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us. Look no further than high school sports in South Dakota. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activity Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. 18-10, 5:16 in the second. Knights on top.
All right, Dan.
Pierre staying with it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's
these players have a lot of pride. When you, as a high school athlete of any sort, if you get beat as bad as they got beat the last week, you have to have that pride factor where you want to come out and just play your heart out, especially in a do-or-die game like it is today.
Yep.
So Gorman up by 8 with the ball after the timeout by Coach Becker. A pass by Moffitt is hit out of bounds by Dean.
I like the way they set that up.
So good recovery by Bennett Dean. That looked like it could have been a layup by Alpers, but he made a nice recovery. Here's Renshaw, shoots that one from way downtown, Dan. And
he was on Phillips Avenue.
He was almost out of bounds, too. That's how far away he was.
He was like a centimeter from the...
Here's Meyer. Jumper is good.
Nice one-handed.
Kind of an interesting-looking shot he has, but it goes in. You can't complain about that. Matt Ing pushing it is trapped, and he'll lose the ball. So a turnover by Matt Ing. Here comes Edmond with a spin move, and Alpers will get the foul, I believe.
Correct. Edmond's going to go to the line.
So 8 points for Edmond, having a good first half, the sophomore forward for Pierre. And that'll be David's second foul, so he's going to probably have to check out, I'm guessing. So Edmond will take a breath. First free throw is up and good. Matthew Hansen in for Dean. And Eddie Myler is in for Alpers.
Edmond's got 9 for the
9 of the 13.
Governors. Yeah.
And gets another one. Pierre hanging in there, 21-14. Kind of going to back out a little bit now out of the press. Here comes Renshaw. Renshaw's made 2 3-pointers in this quarter for O'Gorman. Matt Ing shot is in and out. Loose ball, fight for it. And is Joe Lynch going to get a foul?
I believe so, correct. So that's six fouls on the Knights now in this half, so Pierre will be going the bonus for the next 4-14.
Yes, if you're Pierre, you want to attack the basket, try to get the Knights into that penalty. Ing with some good defense against Meyer. Meyer over to Keenholz. Wide open 3 is good. Lincoln Keenholz drills a 3. It's now a 4-point game.
21-17.
Moffitt corner 3 is good. So Cade Moffitt kind of stops the bleeding for a minute for O'Gorman with the 3. Now back to 7. He has 10.
That's the third today for the Knights.
Keenholz over to Hansen. As the crowd is imploring, the student section for imploring is telling Hansen to dunk it. He was the one who missed the dunk earlier. Eddie with a good defense. Here's Myler driving baseline, and he's hit by about 3 Governors and a foul.
Who are they going to give it to?
I don't know. There's about 3 of them there. Beck, Edmond. He'll be on Beck.
I know if Edmond, that'd be his 3rd.
Right. So Eddie will have 2 free throws. First one is up and good. So John Costello is in for Joe Lynch. Eddie's second one is up and good. So 6 points for Eddie Myler. 6 points for Ben Renshaw. And 10 points for Cade Moffitt.
26-17, 2:50 to go in the half.
Edmond turnaround 3-pointer is no good.
Hey, I just got a text from Isaac. He's done with his testing. He's on his way. He's not going to miss this.
Here comes Renshaw. Lost the ball. Good job by Keenholz. Pokes it away, but Moffitt has it. Down low is Myler, and that's off, I think, Eddie's foot. Oh, they're going to give it back to the Knights. Now the referees are getting together. They might change this.
No, they're keeping it.
Oh, okay. I think that looked pretty obvious that was off Eddie's foot. But anyway, Knights will keep the ball. Matt Ing comes in for Cade Moffitt. 26-17, Knights leading 2:30 left here in the second quarter. Here's Arbogast for 3. Looks good and it is good. Reese Arbogast.
His second 3. 29-17. Knights on top. 2:18 in the second quarter.
The 3-pointers have been raining in for the Knights, Dan. That's 4 threes in the second quarter. Here's Edmond baseline, and he is fouled hard by, I believe, either Myler or Costello. Eddie's going to make him earn his free throws. He came over and walloped him.
Yeah, they're giving it to Eddie.
And that's just a good, solid, hard foul. Make sure the player doesn't make the shot. Nothing malicious about it.
No, it's Eddie's first foul. Edmond's back on the line.
Edmonds kind of lived at the free throw line this first half. He now has 11 points.
11 of the 18.
That's what they need. You know, I mean, their main player, Keenholz, has a tough matchup with Renshaw, so they're going to need someone else to help with the scoring, and it's been Edmond today.
Well, last week, Keenholz only had 3 the first half.
So Edmond misses the second, but Mikkonen with the offensive rebound. Now Edmond will hit the three, no good, and Moffitt has it. So a missed opportunity for Pierre there after the offensive rebound and the missed free throw, and Moffitt a little out of control, loses the ball. It's going to stay with O'Gorman.
Underneath, 1:54 to go in half.
I think O'Gorman's been fine tonight, except when they try to get going a little bit too fast. Here is Myler to Moffitt. Getting it to Arbogast.
Well, they got to settle down a little bit.
Ing dribbles it off his foot. Here's Reese for three, and no hesitation. And Eddie tips it back out. Here's Eddie down low and scores it.
Nice assist by Reese, though. And Becker calls a timeout, and he's not happy with the officials.
Actually, it was Coach Roby who called the timeout. Becker is not happy, though, with the officials. And is he gonna
there's the tee. Maybe not. Let's see. A warning. A warning on the bench.
So a warning for Pierce. A 30-second timeout by Coach Derek Roby. Will stay right here. The Knights leading 31-18. I think what Coach Becker was upset about is it looked like Eddie could have been over the back that time. There was no call. Knights got the possession, and then they got a layup out of it.
31-18, minute 34 to go in the first half. Knights on top.
So Dan Pierre did have it as close in the second quarter as 4. It was 21-17. So since that point, it's been a 10-1 run for O'Gorman. O'Gorman's made 4 3-pointers here in the second quarter. 2 by Renshaw, 1 by Moffitt, and 1 by Arbogast. And they've cut down their turnovers. That's been the main thing for O'Gorman here in the second quarter. For Pierre, Jackson Edmond has 11 points. He's kind of been keeping them in the game, as Keenholz has 5 right now. Down low to Mikkonen. Back out into corner is Keenholz, and he's going to throw it away. Moffitt with the steal. He's going to go all the way to Eddie Myler. What a nice pass by Cade Moffitt.
Nice assist. That's teamwork, folks. That's textbook.
I thought Moffitt didn't see Eddie, and then at the last minute he found him. Here is Keenholz. Will get fouled and go to the free throw line as he drove baseline. That'll be the 8th team foul for O'Gorman.
Second on Eddie.
So the sophomore guard, Lincoln Keenholz, the leading scorer for Pierre to the free throw line.
He was our quarterback on the championship football team. Good athlete.
Makes the first. He's a 73% free throw shooter. 1 minute, 1 second left. Knights up 14, 33-19. Keenholz's second free throw is good.
Okay, Michael Shea's coming in for Eddie. You want Eddie to pick up the third here with the minute to go.
So both Eddie and David Alpers, the 2 starting big men for O'Gorman, with 2 fouls right now. Here going to do a little bit of a press, and the ball's out of bounds back to O'Gorman. Dan's going to have to help me a little bit with some of the stuff underneath the basket because my view is blocked out a little bit. Here is Arbogast to Joe Lynch. Over to Moffitt. The Knights are going to reset up now. With 49 seconds left in the second quarter from O'Gorman High School. SoDak 16 boys AA basketball. O'Gorman 33, Pierre 20. Here is Ang with 15 on the shot clock to Cade Moffitt. He'll dribble in. Good defense by Keenholz, and a tough shot by Moffitt's no good. We'll see if Pierre will hold for the final shot or go early. There is no shot clock right now, so Pierre does have the option with 22 on the game clock. Let's see if the Knights can get a defensive stop here. Bennett Dean up high, guarded by Arbogast with 10 seconds left. Pierre running the play right now to get it to Keenholz. And he'll shoot the fall-away 3 and drill it over Matt Ing.
Here we go.
Moffitt will just turn and fire. And that's how the first half will end, as Lincoln Keenholz hits a nice fadeaway 3-pointer with about 3 seconds left. So now Pierre is only down 10, 33-23 going into halftime. Coming up next is a Knights halftime show sponsored by the Knights of Columbus Insurance Field Agents in the Sioux Falls, South Dakota area. And that's coming up after the break.
Pre-planning a funeral is a wonderful gift for families. I'm David Lewis of Barnett Lewis Funeral Home, a family-owned and operated service to the community. Our goal is to make arrangements with families comfortable when they decide what their wishes are for funeral services. I will listen to all needs and offer choices for funeral arrangements and make sure all questions are answered. Barnett Lewis Funeral Home can be contacted at 336-0707 or by going to barnettlewis.com.
Eide Bailey, a public accounting firm, provides tax, accounting, assurance, and business advisory services to clients across the nation. With offices in Sioux Falls and 40-plus locations in 15 states, Eide Bailey is the workplace for 2,500 professionals. The firm has been serving clients for over 100 years. You can contact Eide Bailey online at eidebailey.com. Eide Bailey is a proud supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities and the Real Presence Radio Network.
Your family is depending on you to provide financial security for them. The Knights of Columbus can help you with insurance solutions such as disability income, long-term care, both term and whole life, annuities, retirement, and estate planning services. Join the Knights of Columbus today at kfc.org/join us for access to all these insurance services. Call the BB Agency at 605-882-8689. That's 605-882-8689.
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. They have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For more information, you can call 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com.
From the Real Presence Radio Network, welcome to the O'Gorman Knights Halftime Show, brought to you by your Knights of Columbus field agents for the Sioux Falls area, Jeff Gillen, Carl Libby, David Cook, and Phil Carlson.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Knights Halftime Show and the SoDak 16 boys basketball game. The score is Knights 33, Pierre 21, and it's not 121 as the scoreboard indicates. A little scoreboard malfunction right now, but it's actually 33-23, so I'm not really for sure what's going on there. As Lincoln Keenholz hit a nice three-pointer at the buzzer. We do have Isaac Struck will be joining us shortly, coming back to help out with the broadcast of the second half. But Dan, boy, the Knights defense in the first quarter, they really did a number on Pierre, and then Pierre got going a little bit in the second quarter, but hot three-point shooting by O'Gorman.
Pierre scored 20 points that second quarter. I mean, it was just,
Yeah, they only had 3 in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was 12-3, and now 33-23. But I tell you what, I mentioned that Pierre would not go away, and, we talked about earlier pregame how they need to jump out. And the Knights didn't. I would say they did a little bit, but they really didn't follow through in that first quarter. But it's intense basketball. Of course, the winner goes to the state tournament, so you're going to be fired up. After, I can see Pierre, after what they happened last week here, I'm sure they had 1 week of practice where it's like, okay, this is what we have to do, and they want redemption. There's no doubt about it.
Well, and you look at the game, it was 21-17. Pierre did get within 4 in the second quarter, and then O'Gorman was able to push it back up into double figures before the Keenholz 3 at the buzzer, basically, to make it a 13-point game to a 10-point game. But as Isaac's joining us, I don't know how much he listened to, but O'Gorman was up 12-3 after the first quarter. They did have quite a few turnovers in the first quarter. In the second quarter, Renshaw hit 2 threes, Arbogast hit 2 threes, Moffitt hit a 3. So the three-point shooting, Isaac, which has been kind of a key in our 8-game winning streak, starting to come back. And one thing that I kind of thought we might see and we have seen is more zone defense. So in the second half against a zone defense, what does the O'Gorman offense need to do to continue the success?
Well, I would say that depending on how it looks here, but I don't know exactly what they're going to throw at us, but you need to be able to work the ball around effectively. You want to be able to get it into the high post still. A lot of people think that when there's a zone defense, you're kind of just supposed to shoot the 3 out of it. And no, that's not the case at all. You want to try to work it inside out, open up the perimeter. You don't want to get caught launching 3 after 3 after 3 from outside. You want to be able to get those touches inside near that high post area and look at those dump offs down into in the zone. There's always going to be a weak spot of the zone. It's going to be key for the Knights to identify that.
And one quick thing before we go to break to mention, 2 fouls for Eddie Myler, 2 fouls for David Alpers, also 2 fouls for Jackson Edmonds. So some foul trouble for some of the main players for both these teams. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. Will be our Inside O'Gorman segment. We're going to find out the girls AA matchups in the first round of the state tournament, which will start this coming Thursday at the Sanford Pentagon. And spoiler, our O'Gorman girls will be in one of those matchups, and that's coming up after the break.
First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card, we believe the greatest investment we can make is in our customers and communities. Thanks to our industry-leading service, products, and tools, we're helping our customers reach their financial goals and achieve success. Through the generosity of our employees and leadership, we're able to support nearly 700 South Dakota organizations and nonprofits with our time, money, and resources. At Premier, we're always seeking ways to make an impact for good by investing in what matters most to you. It's the Premier way.
At McGuire Iron, we protect and store quality water for people and communities across the country. We are family owned and operated and have been building and maintaining America's water tower infrastructure for over 100 years. We pride ourselves on using faith principles in our business practices every day. This deep faith in the church is why we support the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic School System. From all of us at McGuire Iron and the Jones family, we wish all O'Gorman students and student athletes good luck this year.
Let's talk about the state tournament. The girls' state tournament starts Thursday at the Pentagon out here. The first game number 1, will be number 1 Washington against number 9 Rapid City Central. That's at noon Central Time. And then the big game of the afternoon at 2:45 will be the O'Gorman Knights versus the Colonels of Mitchell. That's at 2:45 Central Time. We'll be on the air about 2:15, 2:20, give or take, on Thursday afternoon. And then they have a little bit of a break, and at 5:30 it's number 2 Aberdeen Central versus Brandon Valley. And the nightcap, 8:15, is number 3 Harrisburg taking on number 6 Rapid City Stevens. So
that Harrisburg-Stevens game, that's going to be an outstanding game. I think that might be the best of the first-round matchups. Also, that Aberdeen Central-Brandon Valley game. Brandon Valley, to me, there's some upset potential there for number 7 Brandon Valley. And I do like our matchup against Mitchell. Mitchell's a tough team, but just being at that game, they're not a very tall team, and our length has kind of engulfed them in that first matchup. They're very aggressive, as Dan and I know from that first game how aggressive Mitchell plays. I just think with our size and length will be a big advantage for us over Mitchell, but it's just good to see us back in the state tournament for the O'Gorman girls.
Well, what game is not going to... Okay, Washington Central game. Okay, Washington probably will win that one. I'll give that one. But the other 3 games, I mean...
Not necessarily a toss-up, but I mean,
they're all going to be good.
Yeah, nothing's given there.
But you take, even we talked to boys, you take the boys, and if all top 8 seeds win, advance to Rapid City in 2 weeks, it's open in my book.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we got to get through here first before we talk about that. But I tell you what, that girls tournament's fun. That girls last night was a little bit scared me that first couple minutes of the game, and all of a sudden we took off. So girls put on a good show last night.
All right, so Inside O'Gorman has been brought to you by the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools. Our 6 elementary schools, junior high and high school, exemplify gospel values, strong student achievement, and community service. Our schools strive to have excellence where it counts in faith, academics, in our community, and the opportunities offered to our students. Visit ognights.org to schedule a tour. Enrollment opens on February 22nd. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back for the start of the second half. O'Gorman and Pierre, SoDak 16 boys basketball, as coming up next.
When you look to the future, is the road there inevitable? It's not. That's why O'Gorman education matters. It's where you'll grow in your faith, be challenged, celebrate, and become part of a community. These are the moments that will shape your life. This is where your path will unfold. What are you waiting for? You belong in blue.
Your family is depending on you to provide financial security for them. The Knights of Columbus can help you with insurance solutions such as disability income, long-term care, both term and whole life, annuities, retirement, and estate planning services. Join the Knights of Columbus today at kfc.org/join us for access to all these insurance services. Call the BB Agency at 605-882-8689. That's 605-882-8689.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School, home of the O'Gorman Knights, and SoDak 16 matchup between the Pierre Governors and the O'Gorman Knights here. Starting the third quarter in the second half, O'Gorman with a 33-22 lead, and they'll get the basketball to start. Good to be back on the call here. Had a little business to take care of this morning.
Your studies come first, son.
Absolutely. Renshaw off the dribble, kicks it over to Arbogast and swings it to the corner with Moffitt. Once again, Pierre in this zone here, gets it dumped inside to Alpers. Tries to go up with it, fumbles the ball on the ground a little bit, then finally corrals it with the hands of Myler. Myler getting bullied around down low, and the Knights will calm things down with 10 on the shot clock. Moffitt off the dribble, too much hand checking there from the Governors, and that was Lundy on the foul. Knights come out in their zone offense. Renshaw over to Arbogast. They'll work it around the perimeter. Pierre in an extended 1-2-2 zone that kind of falls into a 3-2 almost, as they're just sliding all over the place. Myler up off the window, can't get it to go. Rebound, however, corralled by Myler, then flips it back into the hands of Keenholz. The Governors will push. Keenholz pull up elbow jumper off the mark, no good. Rebound, however, inside by Pierre. Second chance effort, there's going to be a foul.
Oh, not on Dave.
Mikkonen will get awarded 2 shots here as Alpers will pick up his third foul.
That's not good.
Free throw is good.
Remember, he didn't start last week.
Yep. He is a 52% free throw shooter on the season, second on the way. This one around the rim and out, no good. Rebounded by Myler. So Moffitt will dribble across half court and get things set up for the offense here with Arbogast at the top of the key now. They'll work it around. Fouled by Lundy was Arbogast. That's Lundy's second foul in the opening minutes of the third quarter.
Back to back.
2 quick ones. So Arbogast off the dribble, whips it over to Renshaw, finds Moffitt in the corner, he'll drive baseline, up off the window, good for 2. Nice finish by Cade Moffitt off the glass, and the Knights are on the board here in the third quarter. They lead 35-23 over the Governors. Keenholz off the dribble now, will use a screen from Edmond and then dribble around into the elbow area, tries to go baseline, does get baseline, then flips a pass directly into the hands of Cade Moffitt. He'll drive coast to coast, fouled hard by Lundy.
Did Lundy just pick up his third foul? He did. Wow. And the ref is kind of backing Lundy away. And wow. Lundy and Renshaw might have had a few words underneath. They were underneath us. We couldn't see.
I think they just teed up Renshaw.
No,
they teed up Renshaw. The official did. It's going to be an intentional foul, so they're saying that it was not a... It's Moffitt's free throw rattles in and out. They're saying that the foul was not a common foul and that there was too much body contact to Moffitt that was egregious. So Moffitt will be at the line shooting here, and he misses both. Renshaw came over to back up his player that got bulldozed to the floor by Lundy. And kind of a gruesome, almost just lowered the shoulder and took him out.
Now, Roby's talking to the official now. Now
so they're calling a double technical is what's been called. So it should be canceled out on the free throws here. That official loves to tee people up. And they're going to send everyone to their bench while they go talk about it. I think what they're going to do is they're going to give a technical foul to Lundy,
so that
as well as a technical to Renshaw.
So Lundy's got 4 now.
Yep, 4 for Lundy on the intentional and technical foul, and then the technical foul to Renshaw, who I get what he's doing, and in a high-stakes game, I mean, you always want to be there for your teammates. He thought that foul was a little bit intentional and did not deserve to be in the game. So he went up and had some choice words with the governor that committed the foul and Lundy. They both got the double technical. Those fouls will offset. So after those 2 foul shots by Moffitt, it'll now be Pierre's ball underneath the Knights' basket on the offensive end.
And he missed both.
So after all the chaos, Dean will walk it across half court for Pierre. They trail by 12 with 6:20 to go here in the third quarter. Up top with the ball, that's Mikkonen, who lofts it inside to Keenholz, but before he did so, he traveled, slid the foot. And now Eng will check in for Renshaw.
Oh, David just went over to the official and said, I don't have 4 fouls. And no, 34 is for Pierre.
So
David was
Arbogast,
making sure it wasn't him.
Eng across the half-court line, dribbling around to Myler down on the baseline, tries to whip a pass around the Governor defender and Mikkonen, but it was smacked out of bounds off of Pierre. So it'll remain Knights' possession, and Lynch will come in for Alpers, who has those 3 fouls. Inbound pass from Arbogast to Myler. Thought about the elbow jumper, then controls it up top. Pass nearly stolen away by Hansen, but deflected out of bounds. So they'll recall the shot clock time, as they did not award possession to the Governors before it went out of bounds. So it'll remain at 24 seconds. Arbogast with it, swings it over to Eng, up top to Moffitt now. Once again, this zone from Pierre causing a little bit of frustration offensively for the Knights. Eng on the wing up top to Arbogast. Thought about a 3, will swing it over to Eng in the corner. That's a wide open triple for Eng, and it's good.
Oh, Matt Eng's on the board.
Matt Eng picks a good time to knock down his first triple, and it's 38-23 after an extensive possession there from the Knights. They get rewarded with the open triple from the corner. Mikkonen, turnaround, hook shot, no good. Rebound into the hands of Keenholz. Keenholz traveled.
And we didn't get
Go ahead.
We didn't get our sponsorship in for the halftime. You got so busy. We want to thank BB, the Knights and Columbus agents, for sponsoring our halftime show.
Keenholz tried to create the contact there, and as in the process of doing so, slid his feet. Both referees confirmed the travel, and it's Knights' possession here offensively with 5:15 left in the third. Arbogast with it on the wing. He'll go off the dribble, kick it to Moffitt. Stand still 3 from the wing. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound, bounces around a few times into the hands of Mikkonen. Mikkonen off the dribble now, into the paint. It's going to be called for the charge.
Second one that Reese has got.
Arbogast picks up the charge.
That's a second charge that Reese has taken this afternoon. Okay, Renshaw's back in for Moffitt. You got Lynch, Arbogast, Eng, Renshaw, Myler in for the Knights. 38-23, under 5 to go in the third.
So Renshaw off the dribble now into the elbow, up top to Arbogast. Pass sails through his hands, and then he has to go corral it near the half-court line. Kicks it to Renshaw. Corner 3. Good. Ben Renshaw buries the corner triple. He's got 9 on the evening, and the momentum is starting to shift heavily into the hands of the Knights. A timeout from Pierre. And Coach Becker, it'll be a full timeout. So with 4:32 left here in the third quarter, we'll take a break. Knights lead on Real Presence Radio Network.
Hi, this is Father Jordan Sampson, pastor of Christ the King Parish, located at 26th and Lake Avenue in Central Sioux Falls.
And I'm Julie Kolbeck, the principal at Christ the King Elementary School. Christ the King School is the perfect spot for your child to receive an affordable, Christ-centered education. To learn more, call 605-338-5103.
Whether you desire a Catholic education for your family or are looking for a spiritual home, we look forward to you joining us at Christ the King.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School, home of the O'Gorman Knights, as they lead the Pierre Governors 41-23 here in the SoDak 16 matchup of the 4 and 13 seed, trying to punch their ticket to the state tournament.
Starting to pull away here a little bit, but this is critical here. Next 12 and a half minutes is going to be very critical. I mean, this is a good lead, but I tell you what, they can't let up. Okay, in is Eng, Alpers, Lynch, Renshaw, and Arbogast for the Knights.
So Hansen with it up top to Keenholz, dump off inside to Edmond, up off the window. It did not fall, but he was fouled on the shot attempt. Got a score update from the only other game going on in boys AA basketball. And now the Wi-Fi is lagging on me, so I don't have the update anymore.
Well, I got...
oh, there we go. 42-36, Aberdeen Central on top of Rapid City Central over at Rapid City.
And Rapid City's 8, Aberdeen's 9.
So a tough matchup between those two teams over there. Back and forth. Arbogast will walk it across half court after that missed free throw there. 41-24, Knights on top. Eng in the corner with it, dribbling around, flips a pass to Renshaw. They'll swing it to Arbogast, looks inside, dump off to Lynch, baseline dunk! Joe Lynch, the drop step hammer.
Yeah, baby.
What a pass from Arbogast to Lynch, and Lynch shows off the athleticism like he has all season and drops the hammer similar to what he did against Pierre last week. Eng's going to get a steal to Renshaw in transition. Renshaw up off the window, good for 2. Man, oh man, I would have been excited if Renshaw flipped that off the glass to Lynch. I might have thrown my headset.
You might have fell over. I was thinking he might have done that.
Pass stolen away by Arbogast to Renshaw. Throws it behind his back in an attempt to save it from going out of bounds, and they can't corral it. The Knights playing some tremendous defense right now with a couple of steals and that energizing boost of a dunk by Joe Lynch. Edmond flips a pass out of bounds. It was intended for Beck. And you can just start to feel it shift into the hands of the Knights.
You can feel a little bit. I tell you, what a class act that Joe Lynch, number 30. He's a 6'4 senior. Where's he going to school?
He's going to Dakota State to play basketball.
Oh, yeah, Trojans, baby.
Yep.
Yes.
Dakota State for basketball, and he's going to attempt to high jump and run some track there, too.
Oh, good for him. That's a good school. That's an excellent school.
Moffitt with it now, up to Arbogast. Dribbling around at the top of the key. He'll swing a pass over to Moffitt over on the right wing. Looks at Eng in the corner. Eng sets his feet. Stand still. 3 is good. The Knights are pouring it on now in the third quarter. It's 48-24. Pierre in a lot of trouble right now, backed up against the wall. Keenholz up top to Lundy. He's in there with 4 fouls. Over to Hansen now. Hansen with it. Swings it into the corner. That's Mayer. Dump off to Keenholz. Tries to flip a pass. It was batted away into the hands of the hands of Alpers. Joe Lynch in transition. Gets fouled. Lynch upset with the push there.
Oh, he got major pushed.
Tempers are starting to flare up here at O'Gorman.
The eye contact that Lynch made on it. We can see it right here, folks.
Received a 2-handed shove. Made sure to let the guy know, don't do that to me again. Eng, stand still 3. Off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound into the hands of Hansen. He'll dribble across half court, flip a pass over to Keenholz on the right wing. Pull up 3 in transition. Short, no good. Moffitt with the rebound. Eng leaks out, doesn't find him in transition, and the Knights will slow it down offensively. Moffitt off the dribble now. Spinning turnaround, flip up. Couldn't get it to go, and there's going to be a foul, a hold on Keenholz.
Keenholz picks up his second.
So that'll send Moffitt to the line for 2 free throws here.
Okay, so we'll be in 1-1 for the rest of the ball game here for the Knights. That's a 17th foul for the Governors.
So Moffitt at the line here, missed those 2 free throws earlier, misses a third now. At the end of 3, Aberdeen Central leads 47-38 over at Rapid City. Moffitt's second free throw, this one rattles in and is good. 49-24, Knights lead over the Governors here in SoDak 16 play between the 4 and 13 seeds.
2 games this afternoon, and then the other 6 starting at 4 and 5 this evening. So
Keenholz will use a screen from Lundy, drive into the paint, tough floater by Keenholz is good. Rises up over the defender and drops in the teardrop and floater. Moffitt now with Arbogast in the backcourt trying to work through this press, the zone press from the Governors. Arbogast in a little bit of trouble, had it poked away out of his hands into the hands of Mayer. Mayer to Keenholz. Keenholz up, 2-hand jam! Lincoln Keenholz flushes the 2-hand jam, and it's 49-28. And a foul in transition going to go to Mayer.
You know, that was only their 5th point of the quarter for Pierre.
That's an incredible defensive quarter so far from the Knights.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting, yeah.
So a bonus already with 8 team fouls. That'll send Matt Ing to the line for the 1-and-1 opportunity. Ing's free throw up and good.
Matt's only been to the line 10 times this year.
Second free throw from Ing is good, so he knocks down both. It's 51-28. Knights lead.
King, Myler, Shea, Lynch, Arbogast.
Pull up 3 from Keenholz around the rim a few times. Can't get it to fall. Lundy flips up a backward shot over his head. He was fouled underneath, and I think it's going to go to Lynch. That'll be his second. Man, that Keenholz 3 did everything but go in there. Around, and out. So that'll send Lundy to the line, trying to get on the board for the first time tonight. His free throw short, no good. Lundy, a 20% free throw shooter on the season. Scoreless so far with those 4 fouls, all 4 coming in the third quarter.
Correct.
Second free throw on the way. That one no good as well. Rebound into the hands of Keenholz, and he's out of bounds. It'll go to the Knights.
I like that young man, number Keenholz. He's an athlete. Sophomore. He's going to be fun to watch the next 2 years.
Yep, he's got 13 to lead the Governors right now. 13 of their 28, just under half their points. Myler thought about a lob to Lynch and then tosses away a pass into the hands of Mayer, who then just loses control of it off of his feet and out of bounds.
Under a minute in the third. 51-28, Knights on top. Third quarter's been all O'Gorman.
55 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Like you just mentioned, 51-28. Arbogast over to Ing now, trying to work it through this zone pressure defense from the Governors. Ing dribbles into the corner in a little bit of trouble, tosses it up to Arbogast near the wing. Now Ing, corner 3 is good. Arbogast from just inside that half-court line flips a pass to Ing in the corner and a standstill triple. He's got 11 now, all coming in the third quarter. Lundy with it guarded by Lynch. He'll go off the dribble now, hand off to Mayer. Mayer driving down baseline. They're going to call a block on Ing on the drive. Too much body there from Ing. That'll be the 6th team foul to the Knights. That'll be the 2nd on Ing. 5th team foul, excuse me. So Moffitt will check in for Renshaw, who had those 3 fouls, so he'll take a seat with 11 points. Stolen away by Moffitt. In transition, Moffitt, easy lay-in is good for 2.
I was thinking he was going to go to Eddie there for the jam.
I think Eddie wanted
That's
it.
what I was thinking.
Arbogast, nearly had a chance to throw it to Myler, and now in transition at the buzzer, couldn't get it to go, was Mikkonen. And that'll do it for the third quarter from O'Gorman High School. The Knights use a massive third quarter to take a 56-28 lead heading into the fourth. Stay tuned for more from Real Presence Radio Network.
Looking for Catholic gifts and books for the upcoming sacraments? Crossroads in Sioux Falls has both Catholic gifts and books that can be used for confirmation, First Communion, and the Easter season. From rosaries and medals to Bibles and devotionals, Crossroads is here to help their customers with gift-giving needs. Crossroads is located at 41st and Grange next to Camille's. Crossroads, books, gifts, music.
Canfield Business Interiors in Sioux Falls, South Dakota provides healthier, safer, smarter design solutions for your workplace. They make space better by creating inspirational experiences to improve your organizational performance. For more information, you can find us online at canfieldco.com. Canfield, making space better. Canfield Business Interiors supports the Sioux Falls Catholic school system and wishes all O'Gorman students and student athletes good luck this year.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School. Now we're going to have a message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. How do you define strength? Is it physical or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, to fight harder, and to overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in the sport when they go to high school. Returning back to the action here, Alpers was fouled on the cleanup rebound. He'll head to the line, and that's going to be the 5th team foul on Lundy.
Lundy fouls out. All 5 fouls in the second half. And then Edmund comes in now. It was all Edmonds in the first half for the Governors. He didn't play it hard. He didn't play at all the third quarter, did he? No. Edmund comes in with 12.
So Alpers at the line here for the free throw. First one is good. That foul to Lundy will unfortunately put an end to his basketball career. The senior has played his last couple of minutes there as he'll take a seat on the bench. Floater no good. Rebound goes to Alpers, and Alpers will walk around and hand it off to Arbogast.
58-38.
Arbogast off the dribble now, flips it over to Alpers, drives into the paint, now kicks it out to Moffitt. Moffitt swings it to Arbogast, looking at Alpers down low. Alpers flips it off to Moffitt. Tough scoop shot, layup no good. Rebound goes to Hansen. Up to Keenholz. Keenholz in transition. Cuts his way into the paint, flips off a pass to Edmund, but not before he was fouled underneath.
And he whips the ball at the official. Wow. That's not the smartest thing to do.
So Lynch will come back in for Alpers. Keenholz inbounds it to Edmund. Up top to Dean now. Dean flips it over to Keenholz. Keenholz off the dribble drive, kicks it up to Edmund. They'll work it around the perimeter now with Edmund up at the left wing. He'll drive into the paint near the elbow. Step through move off the glass. Couldn't get it to fall. However, the rebound corrals into the hands of Dean. His elbow jumper too strong. Rebound Mikkonen up off the window. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Lynch, then over to Moffitt, and the Knights will slow it down. Moffitt at the half-court line now, guarded closely by Hansen. He'll go off the dribble, flip it over to Lynch. Lynch to Arbogast, 18 on the shot clock. Arbogast calls out a play here. We'll use a screen from Myler, driving to the paint, dishes it off to Myler. Eddie, baseline jumper, no good. Rebound Lynch and another slam.
Yeah, baby.
Lynch grabs the rebound, goes up off 2 feet, and dunks it home again. Joe Lynch, the athletic phenom for the O'Gorman Knights, gets his second dunk of the afternoon. Myler blocks the shot attempt from Keenholz, but got too much hand. Will get called for the foul and send Keenholz to the line.
That'll be 3 on Eddie. Eddie's got 10 points on the afternoon.
Keenholz free throw too strong off the back of the iron. Michael Shea will check into the game, as well as Matt Eng. Keenholz's second free throw on the way. That one's good. 60-29 here in the fourth quarter. 6:05 left. Shea in transition here with Mikkonen guarding him will slow things down, walk it over to the wing, and toss it up to Eng. Now Arbogast with it at the top of the key. We'll get ready to use a screen from Myler. He'll drive baseline instead. Send his way a pass to Lynch. And Lynch gets the and one.
And one, yes.
Lynch went up to slam it on top of the Pierre defender. Drew a lot of contact. Pulled down on the rim as the ball snapped up in the air and fell through.
Yeah, baby.
So Lynch nearly got a poster dunk again off of just the simple bounce pass, leapt up with 2 feet. Got a nice pull down on the rim, shot the ball straight up into the air, and got the and one. However, doesn't convert from the free throw line. Edmond off the dribble drive, kicks it to Keenholz underneath the hoop. Somehow Keenholz corrals the pass and then is going to be fouled, and he'll go up for 2. I think Michael Shea is going to be the guilty party here with the second foul of his afternoon.
Okay.
Third foul, second foul, third foul, second foul, third. So Keenholz at the line again, was just there previously, misses the first free throw.
62-29, 5:35 to go. Winner advances to the state tournament March 18th out at Rapid City.
Keenholz's second free throw around and in this time. 62-30, Knights lead. Arbogast with the inbounds pass from Lynch, and a little bit of trouble in the corner. His pass taken away, and now Keenholz is going to get a layup and an and one. A push from behind by Shea.
And Shea
Another
picks up,
foul.
Yeah, he picks up his back-to-back foul from Michael Shea with 3 here now. So Pierre's pressing. They're going to stay right at it.
Free throw, by Keenholz is good. So Eng dribbling around in a lot of trouble in the corner. He'll call a timeout. So Matt Eng takes a timeout, and with 5:25 left here in the fourth, it's going to be a 30-second timeout. So we'll take a break. Knights lead 62-33. Stay tuned for more on Real Presence Radio Network.
Canfield Business Interiors in Sioux Falls, South Dakota provides healthier, safer, smarter design solutions for your workplace. They make space better by creating inspirational experiences to improve your organizational performance. For more information, you can find us online at canfieldco.com. Canfield, making space better. Canfield Business Interiors supports the Sioux Falls Catholic school system and wishes all O'Gorman students and student athletes good luck this year.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School. Knights lead the Governors 62-33 here in the fourth quarter. Arbogast takes the inbound pass over to Renshaw now. A score update from over in Rapid City. The Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles lead by 6 with a minute to go. In Rapid City looking to be the first team to punch their ticket to the state tournament. Arbogast will use a screen from Myler and then just a tough floater around the rim and out, no good. Nice shot there from Arbogast, just didn't fall. So Dean walks it across the half-court line, flips it over to Keenholz. Keenholz off the dribble drive now, tosses it up to Edmond and back to Dean. Standstill 3 from Dean, short no good. Rebound goes to Renshaw. And with 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go, the Knights, with a couple of good possessions here, can close this one out with some ease. Lynch with it now, walks it over to Arbogast. Arbogast swings it over to Renshaw. He'll use a screen now from Myler. Instead, will dribble around, create some separation. Renshaw up to Arbogast, looking inside at Lynch. Over to Shea. Corner 3 from Shea. Too strong, no good. Rebound into the hands of Myler. Dump off to Shea inside. And they're going to say that Shea shuffled his feet and traveled. Harry Huners into the game now for the O'Gorman Knights. He'll check in for Michael Shea with 4:18 left here in the fourth quarter. So Harry getting some SoDak 16 action.
6'3" senior.
Hansen off the dribble now, kicks it over to Edmond. Edmond baseline, now they're working it around. Dean, wide open three from the top of the key is good. Arbogast with it on the overpass down to Renshaw. Back to Arbogast. He'll walk it across half court with a little bit of ease. Now greeted by a couple of Governors at the half court line. And now has it on the wing. Huners, open three from the corner is good!
Harry Huners for three, folks.
Harry Huners buries the triple, and it's 65-36, Knights lead.
I like to see that player come off the bench, do that.
Huners comes into the game and knocks down.
He does.
He is not gun shy when he checks into that game. Keenholz with it now over on the wing. Spin move off by Renshaw, drives into the paint. They're going to call a foul on Myler, who jumped up and had too much body. That'll send Keenholz to the line for 2 free throws now because it's the double bonus.
And he'll pick up his 4th.
Harry Huners now will be 4 of 7 from 3 on the season, so that's a good percentage.
Yes.
Keenholz at the line, 2 free throws. This one is good. Costello will check in for Myler, and Shea will come in for Renshaw. And that'll most likely do it for Renshaw and Myler with 3:13 left, and the Knights leading by 28 here at home. Keenholz's free throw is good. 65-38 now.
He's got 20 on the afternoon.
Arbogast to Lynch. Lynch will walk it over to the half-court line now and toss it up to Arbogast. 3 minutes to go here from SoDak 16 action between the number 4 seeded O'Gorman Knights and the number 13 seeded Pierre Governors. Michael Shea, open three from the wing, is good. Michael Shea buries the 3. The lead's up to 30. And the Knights can smell that postseason state tournament berth now.
I can taste it, Isaac.
Hansen with it over on the wing. Flips a pass over to Edmond. Edmond off the dribble with Lynch. Spin move into the paint, up off the glass. Shot was partially blocked by Lynch. They're going to call foul, however. And now a platoon swap of Knights getting ready to check into the game.
And same way with the Pierre Governors. They're side out for them, bringing 5 new in.
So that free throw by Edmond, no good. So Mooney checks in for Arbogast. And now the rest of the 4 will check in. Arbogast gets that senior salute, as well as Lynch, Shea, Huners, and Costello have all checked out as well. Pierre unloads their bench now, giving a senior salute to some of their guys. And with 2:32 left, a 30-point lead. We got some bench players in for both teams. This one's just about all but over. Edmond free throw good, and now a sub into the game for Pierre. So Braden Foster, Christian Bush, Jack Merkwan, Brecken Krieger. I don't have number 2 on the active roster. In for the Knights is Landry, Struck, Ambrose, Mooney, and that's Trey Heckenleibel, number 22 for the Knights. One of those JV players. As Heckenleibel launches a 3, it's too strong, no good. Rebound goes to Ambrose, now to Struck. Struck, floater off the glass, no good. Rebound, there's going to be a foul on Landry. So back to Heckenleibel. Heckenleibel, one of those JV players that gets that extra spot to sit on for the bench this season, or this postseason.
Big, good sportsmanship there by Landry. First thing he goes down and picks the Pierre guy up.
So with 2:05 left here in the 4th quarter, the Governors at the free throw line, trailing by 29. A free throw here pending from Braden Foster. First one is short, no good. Foster, the 6'1 sophomore, into the game. Free throw from Foster, this time no good as well. Rebound goes to Ambrose, who pulls it down, and Mooney Dribbles around, fires a pass over to Heckenleibel in the corner, up top to Ambrose. Ambrose swing pass to Mooney. That's a deep three from the logo over there. No good. Offensive rebound, however, by Heckenleibel. Now over to Ambrose, struck up top to Heckenleibel, and they'll work it around with Landry now in the corner. He'll go off the dribble, spin move, cross-court pass to Mooney. Mooney lost his footing, tosses a pass over to Struck, and then he just throws it away too high for Landry and out of bounds. Costello will come in for Heckenleibel, who will take a seat on the nearest part of the bench. Might have a second chance to put him back in with 1:33 to go here in the fourth quarter. Merkwan off the dribble, guarded closely by Struck, now up top. And over to Krieger on the right wing. Krieger over to Merkwan, and he's thought he stepped out of bounds over there. Now off the dribble, loses control of it. It's going to be off of Struck and out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Governors.
I like his yellow shoes. Didn't you wear something like that?
I had a pair of all white shoes, a pair of gray shoes, and then I had some that had some yellow to them.
Okay.
So yes, that pass off the hands of Ambrose and out of bounds. I always wear colorful socks, though.
Maybe that
was my claim
I knew
to
something.
fame. Yep.
Something brought back memory. That
used to wear some American Eagle, or not American Eagle. Well, bald eagle socks with the American flag on it. I mean, some stripe patterns and so on. Merkwan in the corner now, guarded by Struck. Off the dribble, flips a pass up top to Krieger and works it around the perimeter into the hands of the youngest Zabel of those Zabel boys over from Pierre.
That name's a basketball name in Pierre.
Bush, free throw jumper, no good. Rebound by Ambrose.
22-second difference from the shot to game here. We're
Mooney
under a minute.
Off the dribble over to Struck, looking inside up top to Landry now. Landry off the dribble, spin move into the paint, slices his way into the paint off the window for two. Nice finish by Rush Landry, who gets on the board for his first points of the evening. It's 70-39. Knights lead. Nice backdoor cut there. Can't get the shot to fall, and a foul on Bush will send Costello to the line for two free throws.
And I'm sure Athletic Director Steve Keeter has the ladder ready.
At the free throw line is Costello. First free throw, too strong, no good.
He didn't even bounce the ball, did he?
No.
Yeah.
Spin of the hand, free throw on the way. This one rattles around and in. So Costello gets his first point on the board, and that'll probably do it offensively for the Knights as Merkwan off the dribble now. 20 seconds left. Zabel up top, dribbling around over now into the corner with Merkwan. Merkwan tightrope in that sideline again. Now in a little bit of trouble. Flips a pass down low to Bush. Turnaround fadeaway jumper. No good. Foul goes to Costello, so they're still calling fouls with 9 seconds to go. And a 32-point lead right now for the Knights. Free throw is good. 71-40. Knights on top. We have a final from over in Rapid City. The Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles knock off the Rapid City Central Cobblers 57-52. And that'll do it from O'Gorman High School. The Knights dribble out the clock as they have punched their ticket to the state tournament with a 71-41 victory over the Pierre Governors at home to close out their final game here at O'Gorman High School for the season, and a state tournament berth between the O'Gorman Knights and the O'Gorman Lady Knights now. So we'll get ready to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the post-game wrap-up locker room show, as well as some talk about what's going on the court during the presentation of the plaque and cutting down of the net. So stay tuned for more from Real Presence Radio Network.
Your family is depending on you to provide financial security for them. The Knights of Columbus can help you with insurance solutions such as disability income, long-term care, both term and whole life, annuities, retirement, and estate planning services. Join the Knights of Columbus today at kfc.org/join us for access to all these insurance services. Call the BB Agency at 605-882-8689. That's 605-882-8689.
At Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, we are guided by one simple principle. We do what we say we're going to do. We believe in ensuring our customers are happy with the work we deliver. Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal was established in Sioux Falls in 1981 and has been involved with installing more than 100 million square feet of commercial roofing across the Midwest. They have worked on businesses including schools, universities, hospitals, churches, and factories. For more information, you can call 605-331-5121 or online at guaranteeroofingsd.com.
At First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card, we believe the greatest investment we can make is in our customers and communities. Thanks to our industry-leading service, products, and tools, we're helping our customers reach their financial goals and achieve success. Through the generosity of our employees and leadership, we're able to support nearly 700 South Dakota organizations and nonprofits with our time, money, and resources. At Premier, we're always seeking ways to make an impact for good by investing in what matters most to you. It's the Premier way.
Hi, this is Brett Byler, Area Account Executive with Real Presence Radio. Did you know the signal of Real Presence Radio reaches an audience of over 2.4 million people across North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, Wisconsin, and Wyoming? Have you ever thought about running radio spots on the RPR network? We want to partner with you to help gain exposure for your business in front of a very faithful customer base. To find out more about the options, please call me, Brett Byler, at 605-670-8333.
From the Real Presence Radio Network, welcome to the O'Gorman Knights Locker Room Show. Now, back to the gym.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School, home of the O'Gorman Knights, as they pick up their victory to move on to the state tournament over the Pierre Governors, 71-41. Here from O'Gorman High School. It was a game that was kind of pretty much controlled by O'Gorman throughout. I wasn't here for the first half, but heard it was a little shaky in the start.
Oh, the first 2 or 3 minutes, I think, was, you had me, wow.
And then O'Gorman basically took control with that huge third quarter. They used a 23-5 run in the third to propel themselves to a massive lead over the Governors and never surrendered it from that point on. And that is where they picked up their victory. A couple of highs in the game were Cade Moffitt with 15 points, Matt Ing with 11, Ben Renshaw with 11, Joe Lynch with 6 points and 3 dunks.
Yeah, all 3 were jams.
Anyway, so some others. I have a quick score update, like I had just talked about at the end of that quarter, or at the end of that game. Aberdeen was the first team to punch their ticket to the state tournament. They defeated Rapid City Central at home.
(57-52) with that score.
And O'Gorman, the second team to punch their ticket now, with a 71-41 victory.
So at halftime, Knights were up by 10, 33-23. And we let them back in a little bit right before half. Remember that? They got it within 10. And then all of a sudden, the third quarter, the Knights took off. They came out on fire. They outscored the Pierre Governors 23-5. And actually, Pierre didn't get their second basket. Keno's got that 3 about 10 seconds left in the third.
Yeah.
And so that's where they got their 5 points. So that was a huge for the Knights here. And this is what I love about the students here. They all kneel, and there's Father Kelly, and they're all going to take a little moment and have a little prayer at center court. God bless them. Father Michael Kelly, he's retired priest of diocese.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break here, and we come back, we'll have, still to come on the Knights Locker Room Show, we'll have a player of the game, who that will be, sponsored by Pizza Ranch. We possibly will hear from Coach Derek Roby. We'll also mention the other SoDak 16 boys games going on as well, and do some final thoughts, and also let you know about the girls' first-round matchups Thursday for the girls' state tournament as well. And that is all still to come on the Knights Locker Room Show coverage of Real Presence Radio.
Sioux Equipment Company can fix, sell, and repair gas pumps, tanks, and air compressors. They offer sales and services for lifts, signs, decals, and tank truck equipment in Sioux Falls and the surrounding areas. Sioux Equipment Company is located at 1310 East 39th Street in Sioux Falls, just off of East Benson Road. They can be reached by calling 605-334-1653. Again, that number is 605-334-1653.
Being in business is not easy. Achieving profitability, doing what is right, and finding meaning are just a few of the challenges we face in today's workforce. The Catholic Men's Business Fraternity exists to help men in business be virtuous and integrated leaders. We do this by hosting monthly events that will help teach you how to take faith principles and turn them into business practices. To find out more about the Catholic Men's Business Fraternity, our events, or how to become a member, go to cmbfsf.org and begin to take your Sunday into Monday.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Knights Locker Room Show. The Knights boys victorious over Pierre 71-41 to advance to the state tournament for the 7th straight year. And we covered O'Gorman. This is our 7th year covering O'Gorman boys, and they've made to the state tournament every year we've covered them. So I think we just need to keep covering them every year now for the next 50 years, and it's a guarantee they'll make it to the state tournament. I'll have to mention that to Coach Roby. We're like the good luck charm, I guess.
If we get some sponsorship, we can keep doing this, right?
Oh, absolutely.
There you go.
Because the year before we covered O'Gorman, they didn't make it to the state tournament. So there you go.
See, it was all part of the plan. They knew that they needed you guys, so they were saying, please cover us, and we'll make it from now on.
Absolutely. So how do you feel, Isaac, about that? How about your test you did today?
I feel good. I think I did well. I think I got enough to pass it. It took me a lot less time than was given. You're allotted 5 hours. It took me about 2.5. So
wow, look at you.
Yeah, hope it went well. I think it did. So we'll find out later next week.
All right, so we do know O'Gorman boys are going to the state tournament. We also do know Aberdeen Central boys, the number 9 seed, are going to the state tournament. All the other games will be later on, which we'll get to in the next segment. But now it's time for our Pizza Ranch Knights player of the game tonight. And I think I'll give this one out because Isaac missed the first half, so he wasn't really around for that. Dan and I were here. I would give the Pizza Ranch player of the game tonight to Cade Moffitt. He was the one who kind of got us going offensively when we were having all kinds of issues in the first quarter. He had 10 of his 15 points were in the first half and provided a spark for us right away. So Cade Moffitt, the senior, is the Knights Pizza Ranch player of the game. The player of the game is brought to you by Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street in Sioux Falls. Pizza Ranch are proud supporters of the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools and the Real Presence Radio Network. As we look at the stream right now on YouTube, Real Presence Radio Sioux Falls, we have the O'Gorman boys cutting down the net individually. We're getting to the last few rungs of the net. I'm not for sure if we are going to have Coach Roby up here or not. If not, we'll come take a break. We'll come back. We'll do a final scoreboard update. Also a final wrap. So we're going to take a 60-second break, and we'll continue the Knights Locker Room Show. Don't go away, folks.
Real Presence Radio is now on Google Assistant devices, including Google Home, phones, tablets, and smart displays. To start this action, say something like, "Okay Google, talk to Real Presence Radio." It will then ask what station you want to play, to which you can respond, "Play Sioux Falls," or "Play AM 970," or "Play WWEN." From there you can use words like play, pause, and stop. Listen to RPR anytime, anywhere, now on Google Assistant devices.
Real Presence Radio will be broadcasting an estimated 42 Sioux Falls O'Gorman girls and boys basketball games from the middle of December 2020 to the middle of March 2021. Tune in to the RPR network on 94.5 FM Sioux Falls, 91.3 FM Hartford, online at yourcatholicradiostation.com, and on YouTube at Real Presence Radio Sioux Falls. If your business would like to sponsor our O'Gorman basketball broadcast, contact me, Brett Byler, at 605-670-8333.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School. Now we're joined by head coach Derek Roby of the O'Gorman Knights. Coach, you guys picked up a victory over the Pierre Governors to propel yourselves into the state tournament and continue this win streak. I missed the first half. I was busy taking a test, so I got back in the second half.
He wants to be a teacher.
Is this like a driver's test?
No, it was the praxis exam. So in order to
see, I'm so old. I was past that.
Past that, yeah. So you have to pass that
it's a good
nowadays.
Thing, otherwise I'd still be taking it.
Yeah, in order to get into the teaching, to student teach and so on. Anyway, so back to the basketball. You guys had an impressive victory today. Kind of just walk through what it was like for these guys to play their last game at home and get a victory and go into the state tournament.
Well, I tell you, I was really nervous. I was talking to my son right before the game. I said, after 35 years of doing this, you'd think you wouldn't be nervous, but I said, I'm nervous just because Pierre is so well coached. They're very, very dangerous with some phenomenal athletes. It's a playoff environment and intensity that was shown real early in the game. So I was nervous just because of us, just battling these guys 1 week ago. And, there's always that cliche out there. It's tough to beat a team like this in that environment. And I just feel really fortunate. I'm really happy for our guys. I'm just thrilled to death for them.
Yeah, something else that I was going to mention was in that third quarter, I noticed they played a zone defense, kind of like an extended zone. You guys handled that really well. I thought you went on a 23-5 run in that third quarter, and you guys got good looks from the perimeter, but you also were able to find guys like Joe Lynch underneath the basket and so on. Just talk about how you guys kind of stayed composed and handled that zone.
Well, I tell you, JP's down there. Okay. Yeah, he wants a picture for old time's sake. Okay. Here's the deal. I was really happy with our guys. We against that zone, we were trying to extend like our shooter out to the baseline, and that was going to open up the inside player a little bit. And I thought we got some looks in that. But bottom line, our guys stepped up and drained some long ones, and that was the game.
Coach, how impressive was your team's overall team defense against Pierre? We know the Keenol's kid's a really good scorer. Edmund's a great player. As a team that's explosive, and boy, Coley with 3 points in the first quarter and just the pressure defense throughout, I thought was outstanding.
I did too. You hold that team to, what was it, 24? No, it's 23.
23
we
at
came
half.
Back out here, and then they changed it to 22. They said the three-pointer at the end was actually a two-pointer. So, you hold a team like that to basically 22 points, and now whatever the difference is, 19 points. Okay, there's my math skills, guys. Okay, so you hold them to that, and you just really have to credit our guys defensively, and I'm really proud of them.
Coach, I was telling these guys, this is the 7th straight year you've made the state tournament, and we've covered O'Gorman for 7 straight years. So I think if we just keep covering you for the next 10, 15 years, you're just going to automatically make it, right?
Well, I'd love that. I'm trying to catch Colesrud. I saw last night he was in about 100 state tournaments in a row, and I thought, my gosh.
12. Actually.
12, all right, well.
Coach, 18 of what, 23, I think
18 of 23, and this is 13 of 16 for Coach Roby. One good thing, Coach, about being in a lot of state tournaments previous to this one, you kind of know the routine, and now we have 2 weeks, or basically about a week and a half, I guess, before we play again on that Thursday up in Rapid City against the winner of the Harrisburg-Watertown game, or Harrisburg-Spearfish game. So what's kind of the next week or so going to look like for your boys team as you prepare for that first game in the state tournament?
Well, it's a long time, but for me, there's a lot of mental stuff that has to take place, trying to keep the guys edge, trying to keep them focused. It's an enjoyable time, but yet it's a hectic time. There are a lot of teams that are going to make the trip and just be thankful to be there, and there's going to be a lot of teams out there that are trying to win the title. And I know that sounds crazy, but let's be honest, there's some teams that are going out west that are just thankful to be there, and they're going to take whatever they get. We're going out there to try to win the doggone thing. Now, obviously, a lot of other teams are too. And, I think in the last couple weeks we've shown we can compete with anybody. But one thing about the Sweet 16 and one thing about the tournament now, you're going to get the 8 best teams, I think.
Yeah.
Or you're going to get 8 really good teams. I shouldn't say the best teams because I don't know that. But there are no freebies out there.
No.
I mean, you could play really good basketball and come home with 3 losses.
Yeah.
So we're just going to have to try to take one game at a time and, win and survive type thing,
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations on making the state tournament again, and we'll look forward to seeing you up in Rapid City.
Appreciate everything you're doing, guys.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, that was O'Gorman boys coach Derek Roby. His boys were victorious over Pierre 71-41, advancing to their 7th straight state tournament ball game. We're going to take a final commercial break. We'll come back. Isaac and Dan will let us know the scoreboard update, kind of what the games are looking like today for boys, where O'Gorman will be playing up in Rapid City, and also about the girls' state tournament, and that's all coming up after the break. This is Knights Boys Basketball on Real Presence Radio Network.
When you look to the future, is the road there inevitable? It's not. That's why O'Gorman education matters. It's where you'll grow in your faith, be challenged, celebrate, and become part of a community. These are the moments that will shape your life. This is where your path will unfold. What are you waiting for? You belong in blue.
Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street in Sioux Falls has something for everyone. They offer a buffet featuring salad bar, pizza, and chicken. Pizza Ranch has a spacious dining room as well as 8 party rooms to fit any size group. You can also order online and they will bring the experience to you. Pizza Ranch, located across from O'Gorman High School on 41st Street, can be contacted by calling 271-8646. Pizza Ranch is a strong supporter of O'Gorman Knights athletics and activities.
Welcome back to O'Gorman High School, home of the O'Gorman Knights who have punched their ticket to the state tournament. So we're going to come out here with the scoreboard update from the other AA boys games going on in the SoDak 16. So we'll start with our 2 finals. Dan, you can...
So the first final is Rapid City Central. It was number 8. They got taken out by Aberdeen Central, number 9, 57-52. So Aberdeen Central will take on the winner of the Brookings-Washington game. And actually, Washington right now is on top 31-29 at half. So Brookings, the number 16 seed, is giving the Warriors a little bit of a fit right now over at Washington Gym. That'd be game number 1. Gorman, as you know, 71-41 over Pierre. Will take on the winner of the Harrisburg Spearfish game, and that's at 4 o'clock, and that'll be starting shortly down at Harrisburg. And Roosevelt is home against Lincoln, Brandon Valley home against Stevens, Mitchell home against Watertown, and Yankton is home against Douglas, and that's the boys. And that's the other 6 games going on in the SoDak 16 AA boys.
And then over on the girls' side,
the tournament is set.
The tournament is set, absolutely. We'll have the first game of the tournament between Washington and Rapid City Central. Rapid City Central won the only close game yesterday in the SoDak 16 for the AA girls, 44-43 in a nail-biter over Huron at the Huron Arena. Then game 2, that's our game, O'Gorman and Mitchell over at the Pentagon. That'll be about a 2:45 tip-off over at the Pentagon. We'll be on the air for that one as well. Game 3, Harrisburg and Rapid City Stevens, and boy is the nightcap of that doubleheader nightcap going to be a fantastic one. Harrisburg and Stevens is going to be shaping up to be a really good game, the 3 and the 6, and then Aberdeen Central against an upset-minded Brandon Valley 7-seed team who took out Sioux Falls Roosevelt at home. But my goodness, Harrisburg and Stevens and Aberdeen and Brandon is going to be a really tough matchup for both of those schools, I think, or for all 4 of those schools, but both of those top seeds are going to have their hands full with that 6 and 7 seed.
So the girls play this Thursday at 2:45 at the Pentagon out here in game number 2, and the Gorman boys will play out in Rapid City on the 19th of March. The 19th of March, that Thursday. They'll be the second game as well, number 4 seed. That's 2:30 Mountain Time, 3:30 Central Time that afternoon out there in Rapid City. Again, this year each tournament is separate. Normally before they have the boys and girls together. Last few years now they separate them. So AA boys will be in Rapid City, AA girls here next week at the Pentagon. So congratulations to the girls last night, Coach Colesrud. Congratulations to Coach Roby. They both punched their ticket. And I tell you what, it's been a fun season watching these kids grow and play basketball, but grow together as a team. And right now, the boys, they're meshing. You can't get much better right now than what they're playing. So,
and just a reminder, folks, in both these state tournament games, the 3 games for the girls and the 3 games for the boys, it'll be an audio-only broadcast. The state has all the video streaming rights for the state tournament, so people will be able to listen to us on 94.5 Sioux Falls, 91.3 Hartford, on our website, yourcatholicradiostation.com, and our mobile app, but no video stream for the state tournament ball game.
I do encourage you guys that if you want to watch the video stream, to go on to that South Dakota High School Activities Association site and watch it, but put our audio over it, because you're going to be treated to 3 fantastic voices covering this girls' state tournament at the Pentagon, which is going to be a really exciting game, because at the Pentagon, that's the first time they'll ever hold the state tournament, and that's just an exciting venue there.
So we'll be on the air Thursday afternoon, March 11th, coming up against Mitchell. Tip-off is at 2:45. Just get your radio and your app about 2:15 or so, 2:20, and we'll be coming at you for the girls. And so, final thoughts, Brad?
Well, is this a fantastic performance by O'Gorman? Pierre is a dangerous squad. I mean, don't just look at their 13 seed and be like it's a pushover game. They have some tremendous players, well coached, and after we kind of got through that first quarter, that initial, like the girls get that initial 4 or 5 minutes where we kind of struggled offensively, we were able to kind of get some distance. Our defense was terrific again all game long. I think that's been the calling card, besides the quick starts, is the defense and the 9-game winning streak. That carries, just like football. Defense always will carry if you're not making shots, and a good team effort. Fun to see the boys clicking at the right time, so I'm looking forward to seeing both the boys and the girls in the state tournament games again this season.
Isaac, final thoughts?
I thought that tonight, for the second half that I saw, was a really well played half by the Knights, and they just continue to roll right now, and this team is about as hot as any team in AA. And I'll tell you what, when you get to the state tournament, no matter how hot any team is playing, it's a whole new ball game out there. It's just a one game and done. Similar to this right here, we had the benefit of having the home game, but out at Rapid City, I mean, you never know what's going to happen, and especially with what Coach Roby said, you're going to get the 8 best teams out there, and it's going to be a nitty-gritty finish, and whoever can come out on top is going to feel really good. If you come out and lose that first game, you got a chance to go do something that not a lot of states offer in that consolation wrap-up, where you can go win 2 games. I mean, you never know what's going to happen out there. You always have to be prepared, and you have to play your best, and the Knights are doing some of that basketball right now.
So, for Brett Byler, Isaac Struck, I'm Dan Johnson. Thanks for listening to the Knights Locker Room Show. Knights win. Punch the ticket to state 71-41. This activity is brought to you by Real Presence Radio 94.5 FM, Sioux Falls 91.3 FM, Hartford. Its advertisers and member schools of the South Dakota High School Activity Association. No rebroadcast, in whole or in part, may be without written permission of the South Dakota High School Activity Association. God bless.
Go Knights.
From the Real Presence Radio Network, O'Gorman Knights Basketball has been brought to you in part by
Catholic Family Services, Catholic Community Foundation of Eastern South Dakota, Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools, McGuire Iron, Sioux Equipment Company, Ferendorf Family Chiropractic and Wellness, Canfield Business Interiors, the BB Agency Knights of Columbus Insurance, Barnett Lewis Funeral Home, Ide Bailey, First Premier Bank Card, Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade on 41st Street, Guarantee Roofing and Sheet Metal, Crossroads Book and Music.
The preceding O'Gorman Knights activity has been a special presentation of the Real Presence Radio Network.